What's up, guys? Thanks so much for clicking on the video. My name is Leah, and baby, let's get into the drama of it all. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta, OC, Dubai, Beverly Hills, and Miss Miami. So let's get into it. All right, y'all. So let's talk about Real Housewives of Miami's first. So this one's real short. So yesterday I saw a lot of people making like a big deal about Larsa on my timeline. And I was like, it's probably her and Marcus getting back together. Cause I've been seeing things about that too, but I just, at this point, I don't care. But then I saw a couple of people being like, "Ooh, she need to leave her face alone." And I was like, girl, what? So then I get on Instagram and I'm just like, scrolling like we all do. And I come across All True Tea's page. Shouts out to them. And they have a picture of Larsa and it says Larsa with a heart. And then I think it was like hashtag RHOMA. And I said, girl, this is Larsa? This is Larsa? I promise you, if they would have not put Larsa's name in the caption, I would have not thought this was Larsa. She kind of looks like the new girl for Real Housewives of Dubai, the friend of that's Caroline Brooks's friend. And I was like, girl. And so then I said, wait, let me go to Larsa's page. So then I go to Larsa's page and I see 2 days before she posted this picture, she has a reel from Fashion Nova and her face looks the same like what we saw on Real Housewives of Miami. So before I even came to do this video, I saw that she posted a picture a day ago, same face from Miami. Then she just posted a picture like 2 hours ago with her regular face we seen on Miami. And she it says this in the caption: "Be a woman who likes to be around powerful, smart, and spiritual individuals, those stronger than you in certain areas, because iron sharpens iron." And I said, okay, Larsa, let me tell you something. I said this in one of my reviews for Miami, and I'm going to say it again. If Larsa would have kept her original face, maybe her second face, because I don't remember her face looking like this when she was on the Kardashians, but you could tell that she had minor tweaks to her face on not Real Housewives of Kardashian, on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. And I was like, okay, if you keep this face with your ethnic features and then you still work on your body, you would still be just as pretty as you were back in the day. Honestly, I don't even think Larsa needed to do anything to her face, because I remember watching season 1 of Miami and I thought she was very pretty. I mean, I still think she's pretty now, but her face just gives hard. Like, it gives stuck. And I'm just like, leave it alone. Like, I'm not against plastic surgery, but I think there comes a point when you just gonna have to just be happy with what the Lord gave you. Like, because I feel like people are starting to look the same, and I'm like, we're supposed to look different. We're not all supposed to look the same. Like, I get it, you want to have the nicest body, you want to feel confident, you want to feel good about yourself, but that confidence does not come when you start to change every single thing about you that made you originally like who you are. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, okay, I feel like Larsa did too much on the Facetune. Girl, I hope you learned your lesson, because when I tell you they was on Twitter flaming, they were flaming her. All right, y'all. So let's talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta. So yesterday, Twitter was semi-abuzz, especially in the Atlanta Housewives part of it, where the Jasmine brand posted this article, and I'll put the link below so you guys can read the article for yourselves. But it pretty much says Tamar Braxton says all money ain't good money, as she reveals she had conversations to join Real Housewives of Atlanta. It says, in an alternate universe, Tamar Braxton might be a peach holder. Monday night, April the 22nd, the 4-time Grammy-nominated artist dished on the ins and outs of her world with well-known producer Carlos King at his sold-out Reality with the King tour stopped in Atlanta. They also touched on pop culture news during the chat, and Tamar Braxton shared she had a little concern about the future of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Her worries about the Bravo reality series may not be shocking, as many have expressed apprehension surrounding the franchise and its main cast shakeup. As previously reported, Real Housewives of Atlanta is undergoing a major reconstruction ahead for season 16. Reportedly, the only ladies currently confirmed for next season is Kenya Moore and Portia Williams. However, Bravo producers seemingly tried to get Tamar Braxton to join the series, an offer she ultimately turned down. After Carlos King asked the one singer why she walked away from the potential peach-holding opportunity, Tamar took a brief pause and then shared, "I've had conversations, but the truth is there's just no way I'm going to sit for makeup, get my wig put on, get my makeup beat to argue with a bunch of bitches for nothing. I can't do it." As an audience member chimed in, opinions of a large amount a large payment being a reason enough to join the cast, Tamar said, "Let me tell you something. All money ain't good money. It's just not, and that is what it is. That is what I said." Oh, my bad, you guys. Let me fumbling over my words. It says, "Let me tell you something. All money ain't good money. It's just not. And that is what I said. What's for me won't miss me. It's not worth my mental to sit up here and get into an argument with another black, beautiful woman about nothing so others people can think this is what we're about. At some point, you have to take responsibility for what you put on TV. I don't want to be a part of I don't want to be a part of that kind of television. I want to make feel good, fun, good, relatable, epic television, and that's not for me." Luckily, the Tamartians, you can still keep up with your fave by turning into her up-and-coming revived Braxton's Family Values reality TV series. As we exclusively reported, the show is gearing up to return to WeTV. However, it's important to note that during the chat with Carlos King, Tamar revealed that this time around she will be a friend of the series instead of a full-time participant. So again, guys, if you would like to read this article for yourself, it's in the description box below. I placed the link, so check it out. So my thing about this is, I don't think Tamar would have been a good fit for Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I'm saying this as someone who watched when the series was running. I watched Braxton Family Values from season 1 all the way to their Iyanla Fix My Life special. So I was down for the Braxtons. So my thing about it is, when it comes to to Tamar, is the only reason why Tamar was able to get away with her behavior on that show is because, one, she was the baby of the family, and also they're sisters. You know what your sister has been through, so you give her a bit of grace with her behavior. But it's like, if you're on a show with a bunch of women who don't know you, who are getting to know you, they don't have that same grace, or they don't have that same compassion for you, because it's like, at the end of the day, you talking to me crazy, so I'm gonna talk to you crazy back. And with the people that are confirmed, which right now is just Kenya and Portia, my thing about it is Kenya is known as the shade assassin. She would eat Tamar up probably to the point of tears. And then you got Portia. Portia would either put hands on Tamar, or Portia sometimes I feel has very juvenile digs where she says bye ashy, or to Eva where she was your titties going 2 different ways. But we know Tamar is insecure about her appearance to a certain extent when she talks about being referred to as a Muppet. All Portia would have to do is either start really picking at Tamar and the way she looked, and Tamar wouldn't know how to come back from it. On top of that, people would ride for either Kenya or Portia, more so Portia, because Portia is a fan favorite against Tamar, and she wouldn't be able to handle that. And I think right about now, you can tell that Tamar is really trying to change the way the public perceives her. She's trying, you could tell that she doesn't like the way the public perceives her, so she's trying to learn how to taper her responses to things. That whole situation with Jessie Woo, and then even with the whole what's his name, James Chanel Wright, and like you could tell like she's trying to change in a sense. Like it's slow, but she's trying. And I just feel like, girl, you wouldn't survive, because the whole all money ain't good money. Girl, you need that money. Didn't you just tell us a couple of months ago that you was living in your car and you didn't have anywhere to stay? Like, you don't have a home. That check would have been love for you. But I think she knows if she were to get on Atlanta, it probably would be the same cycle of being on We TV. And I don't think she is able to handle it, because that whole comment about like, what am I getting my face done and putting a wig on to argue with random bitches, when it's like, you were arguing with your sisters with a beat face and a new wig on every episode. Like, and a lot of people felt like it was about a much of nothing. So it's like, girl, you wouldn't survive. That's just all I got to say. So y'all, let's move on to Miss Beverly Hills. So Dorinda Deadly posted this on Twitter that got a couple of people a little hot, where it says a blind item suggests that Dorit is out ahead of hashtag RHOBH season 14. And then I guess they got this screenshot from Bravo and Cocktails, and it says, I'm hearing Dorit is in fact out. Leah Remini is not joining. They love her to be, but she's not on board, and expect at least two new girls. My bad, you guys. I'm gonna say 2 new housewives, but 2 new girls. So here's my thing. I don't want Dorit to be fired, so I hope this is not true. I know a lot of people were turned off to her basically based off of what happened last season, season 13. I'm gonna be honest, her performance was not good. It really wasn't. But I feel like there's room to grow with Dorit. If they keeping Ashley Darby, then we can keep Dorit Kingsley. But the reason why I say that is I actually want to see the fallout between her and Kyle. I want to see how Kyle will maneuver their friendship as well as Dorit, because honestly, Dorit doesn't really have any allies on the show. She might have one in Erica, but then again, Erica has found her way into being cool with Sutton and Garcelle. And so Kyle and you know, Kyle kind of is able to go back and forth with Garcelle and Sutton, but Dorit doesn't have anyone. So I would be interested in everybody staying if they got rid of Crystal, and then adding 2 new girls and maybe a new friend up to the show. But yeah, I don't know. I don't want her to be fired. And I think the main reason why, like I said, is I want to see the fallout. But I do know last season was not a good season for her. She had the Asian community mad at her and the black community mad with her comments. And then, you know, you had the whole robbery situation and everybody feeling like, girl, why you always getting robbed? Is this an insurance scheme? Like, is you lying? Then you had her issues with, you know, Kyle, and then her issues with her husband, with PK, and then, you know, her getting into it, like I said, with Crystal and Garcelle, and then Sutton. So Dorit would really be going into season 14 not having anybody on her side. And I wonder if that would make her form new relationships, or would she like implode? And when I say implode, I mean, like, would she just be like to herself, or would she go inside herself and just be like, you know, this is my last season, and walk away? Or would she start playing the game? I'm interested in seeing that. So I do hope that the blind item isn't true, because I also feel like I could not see Leah Remini on this show. Love her work with the whole Scientology documentary, but she doesn't give reality TV girl. I know she had a reality TV show, but it wasn't like reality TV. It gave like TLC, like you're just seeing her life in like a regular reality show. And she don't give that she be cussing. I mean, I feel like she do. I feel like that lady do. I feel like she be cussing people out, but she don't give like she would do it for the sake of reality TV, if you get my drift. So let's go to OC. So someone took a screenshot of a Reddit post that somebody posted about their experience at Vicki and Shannon's show. So I'm going to read it. So it says, I saw Vicki and Shannon last night and it was great. They sang, they gossiped, they even tap danced, and they both looked great. I won't give too much away if you're going. A few highlights. Shannon said filming rap last Thursday and Tamra was the worst part. Interesting, even given the whole John / Alexis thing. Vicky had the audience chanting F Tamra at a few points. Sky sent the ladies boxes full of tops, which explains the Sky top pandemic in season 1. Vicky burned the brown pants from season 2 intro that was paired with the Sky top Avi. I don't know what the whole Sky top thing is. There was much discuss about the casseroles and whooping it up. Shannon was very apologetic about her DUI and said it was the catalyst for change in her life. Vicky put up a QR code so everyone could get life insurance at the end. Vicky gonna always promote that life insurance business. I can't even be mad at her. They said overall it was really funny and they did a great job. I had no idea what they were even supposed to be doing during the show, but their duets were worth it. And then the person posted pictures of like the t-shirt they got from the event with Shannon and Vicky on it, and then pictures of what the ladies had on, and they looked nice. So Tamra actually quote tweeted the person that brung the Reddit post to Twitter, and she said this. Let me find it. Okay, she said, when Vicky told me there was no show without you and begged me to come back, she meant it because it sounds like all they did was talk about me. So that was Tamra's response to the person who reposted the Reddit post. So here's my thoughts. Honestly, girl, Tamra, you're not entertaining unless you're in confrontation with someone, to be honest. And neither is Shannon or Vicky. And I mean, I feel like all three of them would be getting more money if they were the Trace Amigas. But I do feel like Tamra had ulterior motives when she got back on season, would it be season 17? Yeah, I think season 17, because Tamra, when she got back on last season, was really coming for Shannon. She was saying some really disparaging things about Shannon. And then when they went to, I think, Montana, the girl did like a 180, and then all of a sudden her and Shannon are best friends. And I feel like Tamara's just following her original plan, which was to go at Shannon, because the way that she's been up John and Alexia's butt lately, because I found out that they rapped last week too, because Tamara posted a video, and I wish I would have screen grabbed it, where it was Alexia, John, and I think Tamara's husband, and they look like they got like a private room. And even, what's her name? Is her name Joanne? From season 1. It was a few people from season 1 that were back, and they were all hanging out from the earlier seasons and all hanging out after rapping. That just made me feel like, oh, Tamra gonna be on one. And the fact that Shannon said that Tamra was the worst part makes me feel as though Tamra was really sticking it to Shannon. And my thing is, for the most part, it's warranted when it comes to the DUI situation, because if you watch that video, that mess was horrible. Shannon is actually lucky that she's not dead or she didn't kill somebody. Like, she could have killed herself, or if somebody was just walking their dog or just out casually or just sitting on that cement thing in front of their house, they could have lost their lives. So I just feel like you do deserve to be like lashed about that. But the John and Alexia thing, not so much. But I feel like that's where Tamra is probably going to be a thorn in Shannon's side, and I can't wait to see it. So bring back OC before New Jersey, to be exact. But let's move on to Miss Dubai. So like I said, we moving on to Miss Dubai. So I want to talk about Lisa and Ayan's relationship and add in Miss Caroline Brooks. So y'all, if you watch my last DramA video, which is my latest video, so check it out. I told you guys that it was like reported that Ayan and Lisa have unfollowed each other on Instagram. And I think I saw, but I didn't get the screen grab, where Ayan said she didn't even know that she was blocked. Like, I guess she thinks she's blocked now, or maybe she is blocked. And Caroline entered the chat. She decided she wanted to get some things off her chest about the situation. So this is what she had to say. She said, it blows my mind to see how fans can so quickly turn on someone who they said is their favorite without watching the new season to fully understand what happened. Friendships goes through ups and downs. Lisa Milan, and she added them. She said, at Lisa Milan and at Chanel Ayan will be okay. I'm sure of that. Whatever they are going through breaks my heart because there is so much love there. Instead of people being shady and negative, let's encourage these two sisters to make up and squash whatever issue pulled them apart. And then she has a heart emoji and hashtag RHODubai. She goes on to say, if Lisa and Ayan don't make up, who the F is going to tag team and drag me in the confessionals? And don't start naming other people who you know cannot read. Ayan and Lisa are the Migos. Lisa is Quavo, Ayan is Offset. Always ad-libbing on every sentence. Hashtag RHODubai. And I actually agree with what she's saying. Like, we don't know what pulled their friendship apart, but I do understand what she meant by seeing how fans quickly turned on Ayan. Like, the moment people saw that trailer and saw that Ayan was cool with Caroline Stansberry, like, I saw people being like, oh, I'm team Lisa, screw Ayan, she's up Caroline Stansberry's ass, da 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 da. And it's like, you don't know, like, you could be right by saying, oh, I'm team Lisa after you watch the season and you make that, that choice, or you could be wrong and actually you should be team Ayan or you should be team nobody, and they both have fault, and then you should be in the middle. And I'm starting to realize the same thing with stan culture when it comes to like music and how people won't listen to certain people's music because they stan somebody. Stupid. But that's the same thing I feel about Housewives. Is it takes away the viewing experience, because now you're only watching the show because of somebody you like and like you stand them, so you never are watching it with the lens of like trying to understand people having discourse. And it's like it's like people allowed stan culture to like really warp your reality on certain situations. And I'm like, are there people in Housewives that I really go up for? Yeah, but I've backed away from having that mindset of like, oh, I stan them and my stan card is laminated and all of that stuff. It's like, okay, I really like this person, but are they wrong, or are they the ones causing the issue? I think that's the standpoint people should come from. So Ayan actually responded to the first tweet that Caroline posted where she was like, it blows my mind. But Ayan said this: I am so heartbroken. And then she had a heartbroken emoji. I have cried so many months and nights. I have called you Brooks during the worst moments of my life. How hurt I have been because of this situation. I lost a person I would have taken a bullet for and loved so dearly. I feel so broken and betrayed. Mind you, friendship breakups, I've been through one. They hurt. They hurt worse than relationship breakups. So Chanel goes on to say, I read a lot of tweets this morning from my cast members, and it brings up a lot of old wounds. I realized how hurt I still am from what happened to me, and I hope in time things get better. Hashtag RHODubai. So then this stand account called Kenya Morris Defender said, quit with the victim act. Go ride Stansberry's ass some more. Team Lisa. And Chanel responded by saying, I'm African Somali. I don't ride nobody. Get your facts right. Yes, I am so good and love the fact that you are Team Lisa. Don't forget, I know her and I love her. Thanks. You have a lovely day. And then the person responded by saying, don't understand what the hell your ethnicity has to do with anything. LMFAO. Like, congrats, you betrayed your best friend for someone you couldn't stand last season. And then Chanel responded with 4 laughing emojis. You want this to be the reality, but it ain't it. Our issue has nothing to do with Stansberry. Like, you're missing it. It seems to be. She said, hold up. She said it was 4 laughing emojis, and then she said, you want this to be the reality, but it ain't. Our issues has nothing to do with Stansberry, like you are making it seem to be. And usually I'm quiet and don't say anything, nothing about us or what happened. You are not there, period. Don't period dot. My bad, you guys. Have a lovely day. So again, I feel like people should just wait. Just wait. We don't know why Lisa and Ayan aren't friends. I think they played it up in the trailer to make it seem like it's because she's became friends with Stansberry, but if Ayan is telling the truth about like me being friends with Stansberry was not the reason why we're not cool anymore, then maybe Stansberry was just like the cherry on top if they already had issues. But I again feel like people should just wait. Like, it's not that deep. You shouldn't be telling someone to go up, like, you know. And that's the other part. You stan pages, like, especially that don't show their face. Y'all are so emboldened to be dicks to people that if you saw them in person, you would not have that energy. Because how are you telling this lady to go ride Stansberry's ass when it's like you haven't seen the season yet? You don't even know what's about to transpire. Why are you being such a dick towards this lady? Just because you're mad that she's now friends with somebody you didn't like? Yeah, it's a lot of losers on Housewives Twitter. It is. But yeah, y'all, that is it. That is all. Remember to be bravely authentic, and definitely hop down in them comments below and give me your thoughts on what we've talked about. And I'm out, y'all. Deuces.